How we doing out there, guys? Quick video this week. Our research essay is due at the end of the week. That is Sunday. And this is the research enhanced version of your argumentative persuasive essays, which should be rolling back to you sometime this week. I'll try to get through the first half of them Tuesday, probably complete them by the weekend. Okay. So all you're doing is you are looking for ways that you could infuse words, choice words and phrases from articles that you have researched from experts on Galileo. The scholarly database is provided by the library. You could access that via Blackboard. You'll see library services, and the Galileo acronym will be there. So some things you want to keep in mind. The announcement this week in Blackboard, I've given you a enumerated, itemized list of things to keep in mind. Okay, the page length, the source count, it's all in that announcement. Okay, avoiding the first person pronouns, I, we, our, my, us. You want to use third person. By the way, this is all in the SEC Argumentative Persuasive 3.8 exercises and explanations. The book advises you why it's a good idea to use third person and not first person. Also, you want to try to keep your verbs in present tense. Whatever you're arguing, let's say you're arguing something about vaccines or the coronavirus vaccine, how it should not be mandated by government. You want to say that the government has, or the government is not right to mandate a vaccine, not the government was not right or had not been right. You want to keep your present tense pronoun or present tense verbs, consistent throughout the document. And course format, always big, Times New Roman 12 point, MLA heading, just like the student examples you see at the end of each mode of discourse we've been doing. For tips and more specific breakdown on how to include sources from other voices, other writers in your writing, look at the SEC Chapter 4. That is all on research, okay? So that is a really valuable place to go dig around in and consult for how to actually do that. Typically, when you transition between your words, what you are saying, your argument, and a source's contribution, that's indicated with a comma. So a comma separating your words, and then open quote to quote your source, close quote, and then at the end, typically it's the author's last name and the page number in parentheses at the end of the quote. Okay, there are some exceptions depending on if there is no author, multiple authors, all that stuff. You could find that in the in SEC, where I've pointed you to Chapter 4, but also in the Writing Center. Okay, that is the Purdue OWL online writing lab of Purdue University. Has all things MLA, citation style guidelines, and all that fun stuff. Okay. So please read the directions very carefully for the on the announcement for the paper. Okay. This is the last big assignment in the first quarter. In fact, the research essay is the biggest, the most highest percentage assignment. It's worth 30% of your grade. Okay. Now, the good thing is you get to revisit it during the second half. In fact, you get to revisit all of your essays during the second half. Second half of the course, we do learn new modes of discourse, but we're not writing any papers on them. We'll do other exercises, journals, discussions, things like that. But in terms of papers, all you're going to be doing is revising, editing, brushing up on the errors you might have made during the first quarter, and you're adding a page, okay, to each essay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get your new score, okay, on the revised version, and I'm going to average it with your original score, and then that average will be your new score, okay, your final score, okay, for the essay. Okay. So that is what we have to look forward to in the second half. Okay. So a lot of us kind of whiffed on, especially formatting on the essay. So good thing you get to, uh, do get a chance for redemption in the second half of the course. Okay. So, also a blog. There's one final blog opportunity for the first quarter. And I say quarter, there are 4 quarters in a year. I guess I should say the first half because our course only goes a semester. So the first half of our course is really the first quarter of a regular school year. First half, first quarter, whatever you want to conceive of it as. There's one more blog left in that period, and that'll be due this Friday, the 8th, if you choose to do it. And it is on argument and persuasion, recalling a time where you have recently argued with somebody, a friend, neighbor, colleague, son, daughter, mom, dad, sister, brother, whoever, and kind of asking you to kind of evaluate the effectiveness of that argument. Remember, blogs are voluntary. However, doing the blogs, each blog you've done, there have been 3, okay? I will give you a couple of points for each time you've done a blog. So that's like, 6 points, okay? So let's say you get a 78 on your research essay. Well, now you get an 84, okay? And that's the first go at it. Remember, you get to refurbish it in the second half of the course as well. Go over your mistakes, of course, add a page. I think for the research essay for the second half, I have you guys adding a source as well, okay? So please make sure you read very closely all the little guidelines that I have on the week's announcement so that you do as well as you can on this assignment, okay? Otherwise, other things to talk about. Late work and work not going into Blackboard. I sent out a message, unless you've made an arrangement with me, whenever I go into Blackboard and I don't see an assignment there, I'm just going to give you a 0, and then I'm relying on you to tell me, hey, we talked about this, because I'm not searching through my emails looking for individual conversations I've had with 1 out of 111 students, okay? So if you're doing what you should be doing and doing it on time, of course it's not an issue. It's, procedural. I find your assignment, I evaluate it, I grade it. If I don't have to hunt for you or hunt for your assignment, that you're doing what you should be doing. Well, I'm just not going to hunt anymore, okay? By nature, I'm a people pleaser. I want to make sure I'm doing as much as I can to help you, but if you are not pulling your weight, so to speak, I've got no time for you. I'm sorry, but I got, just like we all do, busy lives, a lot of things to do, so I can't hold out just for you, okay? So you got to make sure you're doing what you should be doing. This is an online class, so it relies on you to be being accountable and responsible for yourself, okay? Of course, I'm willing to help you if you have some extenuating circumstance, but, you gotta let me know, okay? I don't have the time, patience, or energy to be a mind reader, and certainly not to go hunting for missing assignments, okay? So let this be a warning and an advisory to you all that I will not be doing that, okay? Maybe you've emailed me, hey, I couldn't submit my work, but even so, don't wait to the last minute to submit your work, okay? Oh, I went to submit my essay at 11:59 on the due date. Well, I don't know, maybe don't wait that late to do it, okay? Some of us have to go to the deadline, I know. I mean, as I've said before, other than you guys, there's my middle schoolers, and then I'm in school as well. So how I budget my time is really, really important. I have to plan out how I do everything, okay? So that's why, for example, these essays of yours aren't getting graded until this week, because I have report card grades for the kids, the middle schoolers do. So that was my first priority, okay? Then I have projects to do for school, okay? So I have to find time for that. When am I going to line that up, okay? So that's how you have to be thinking. Like, okay, I know what I have to do now. How can I budget my time, manage my time in such a way where it makes sense and I could get things done in a timely way where I'm not up against the wall procrastinating at the 11th hour? Because boy, things can go wrong. Take it from me, I certainly know. I'm a lifelong procrastinator. I've gotten better at it over the years, but it does no one any favors. Okay, so just a reminder to do what you should be doing and in a timely, responsible way. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go sign out. After that, I wish you well this week. Let me know if you have any issues, and peace. See you next week.